Hello, everybody. This is Tariq Alwan, and this is a quick demo for Scapy. What's Scapy exactly? It's a network tool, or let's say that's the Kali tool, which allow us to craft, manipulate, send and receive packets. Sure, including scanning, testing, and so on. But the main idea here to craft a packet. And craft packet means like you can sniff as well. So crafting a fake one and send and receive packets. In addition to testing, scanning, analyzing, and everything, including to that manner. I have noticed that some students they have some struggling, especially with the typing and so on. With Scapy, especially when it comes to SR, SRP, and so on. Sometimes they lose it, what the difference and so on. So let's go over here and try to create a quick demo how to use Scapy. For that demo, I have created two different VMs. One of them Kali, and that's the usually I'm gonna use it to send and receive, and that's the IP address is 137, 192.168.58, and 137. For the meta, 132. So focus on that. The sending mostly will be 137, and the receiver mostly will be 132. So let's go and see how that will works. I have created over here some sort of screenshots. You can use it as well if you want to uh, use it as to confirm your typing, nothing else. So at the beginning, let's start with the Scapy. If it's installed already in your computer, yes. If it's not, I mean, in the operating system, if you have an up-to-date operating system, it's already included. If it's not, you need to just only run the update or upgrade command. It can get you over here. Now let's start with creating a packet. The packet, let's name it anything. For example, I'm going to name it as P. Just type ether, and that's a function. Then IP destination. So, and that's the one which is you need to remember. That's 192.168.58.132. That's the meta machine. And here it is. What you want to do exactly, I'm going to send it with the ICMP, which means I will ping. So the function, review the code. If everything is okay, hit enter. It will take you to the second step. If you want to see that if your work is correct or not, just to only type the ls and the name of the packet, since I named the packet just only one character of P. So you can name it anything you want, by the way. That's just only a very easy task. I just use acronyms. So that's the name of the packet, and I create the packet based on the destination. I'm going to send it to 132, then and I'm going to use ping. If you look at the fields inside the header, you will find those one until you come to this area. And as you can see, if you're familiar with the TCP and UDP and Ethernet headers, here we will focus on TCP and Ethernet, layer 3 and layer 2. So you will see something called flags and so on. If you are familiar with that, yes. If it's not, have a look at those ones. So that's the source. And as you can see that's the source. That's 137. The destination will be the meta machine, which is 132. Then we will go to start sending that packet. How to send those packet? We have a few options. That's, however, the one of the best one. We have something called ANS or no ANS or answer. So answer or no answer. So what we do, we will use the function which we call that SRP. You will come to two type of functions, SR and SRP. What difference between both of them? SR is it deal with layer 3 functions. SRP layer with it will deal with layer 2 function. So when I type right now SRP, that means I'm gonna target the um, Ethernet, Ethernet level only. So what is the name of your packet? That's P. Can you put the timeout? Let's say timeout. That's equal 4. And what is the I face you will using? That's usually the I face if you're using a virtual machine and the not manipulated. That's usually Ethernet 0. Just review what you type. If you have any typo, anything, if everything is okay, hit enter and it will be start emission right away. So that's it, began emission, finish one packet has been sent. That's finishing, yes. Receive 2 packets, got 1 answer, remaining 0 packet, which means that everything done okay. So if I want to see how it look like usually, we have to, this is the name of, this is the name here. The name is P, whatever the name you actually mentioned to, and then we have a show, and we have something else called summary, a function called summary as well. So what you see over here, you can see that that's the destination. And I'm going to show you something else about that as well. That's the MAC address of the sending machine. That's the source, 137, and that's the destination is 132. We will, let me see if that's, yeah, that summary is as well as you can see, that's very short and very easy one as well. That's if you want to create a packet. What about if you want to send the packet? And what about if you want to sniff or spoof? Spoof means like if you want to fake one, if you want to create a fake packet. Can we do that? Yes. I have created as well over here few screenshots. I hope that it will do the job. What we will do here, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna run Wireshark on that interface. Let's see if we, here it is, start getting some. And since I am here still, what I'm gonna do, I will go for another packet. Let's go for another packet. Let's call it SP or name it anything you want. So I'm gonna do something similar to what I have done before. That's this time is ARP, not IP. That's Ether. That's ARP. And I'm gonna do here the PSRC, since that's gonna be layer 2. and 192, 168, 58, 130, 7. Yep, that's the 137 since our computer is 137. And then after that, the P destination equal 192, 168, 58, 132, and that's as it is. Review the typo. If everything is okay, hit enter and let's see how it will go. Here it is. Now, what we did, we create a new packet, whatever it is. Now, can we send that packet? Can I send that packet? That's the whole idea. Let me zoom in so you can guys see what's the and here. Maybe let me take it that way. Here it is. Let's send this one. I'm gonna send P. Yep. And then that's the packet name is SP. Then what's the loop here? Make it one. What is the enter lapping? That's one as well. That's what is the iFace you are using. This one, make it as Ethernet 0. So the loop, that's NP and everything is okay. Hit enter. Let's see if that's gonna send or not. I want to show you that if here it is. Keep sending and keep capturing. Just leave it for a few seconds. Now I'm gonna stop it. You can see that we have sent 71 packets here. As you can see, that has stopped right away. So let's run that command again. And this is what I was looking for. That's enough here. Here it is. When we start over here, that's ARP. It's browsing. So the sender over here, let me just show you that. Here it is. The sender here, you can see that that's the our machine, the Kali machine. So you can see that over that's B4, which is this one, the B4. So when it send ARP, it starts sending ARP based on um, the FFFF, which is the broadcast for everyone. The IP goes from here, from 137 to 112, which is the public one, the NTP one. If I filter with DHCP, for example, like that, you can tell that it's sent over here to 254. Why are you sending to 254? That's the broadcast. So you send it to the broadcast, and then from the broadcast back again to 137. That's the DHCP request. If we go to the machine here and we type, for example, our minus A, what we have here, you can see that this is 192, 168, 58, 137, and it end up with B4. So that machine picked from the ping or the ICMP packet which has been sent, it picked already the IP address, then it picked the MAC address as well. These are the, sure, that's, I think you're familiar with, most of you familiar with that task here. If you hit hard like that, you can follow between, can you see that? Broadcast. So who has, can you, let me just show you that, maybe you're familiar with that. Who has 192.168.58.254? So everything you see, the B4, that's the sending machine, and it targets the broadcast Ethernet network adapter. One last thing, I believe that I want to show you that just in case if you come across in one of those labs, which I can see that it's happened. It keeps sending over here, as you can see that. If I stop that, you can tell that 270 packet has been sent. What about, as I told you, what about if I want to fake, spoof? I want to spoof a new packet, fake packet, which means that I'm gonna create an IP address which is not exist. One of the IP address, which is, it could be from the network itself, yes, but it's not used. Something like, as you can see that I have only two machines, 137, 132. So if we try to fake one of those, and I'm gonna show you something about that as well. If I want to fake one of those packets, let's go and call that ICMP. Let's say that here it is. And I will use the same thing, but this time I'm going to use IP, which means that that's going to be layer 3. What is the source over here? 192.168, and put 58, any number which is not used currently. So for me, I'm going to use, for example, the default gateway, which is the first IP. Then put the destination. So 192.168 and 58.132, that's the meta machine. What do you want to do from that specifically? Let's ping. So what I am creating right now, please remember that I'm crafting a fake packet. That packet has an IP which is not exist or not working or not. I'm not using that IP. So you can tell that over there that I have only two machines, two VMs, one 137, other one 132. So you can use any IP from that network 192.168.58.10.52.20, whatever it is. However, for to make it easy, I'll put you for the gateway so to be remembered. So the ICMP, the IP, the source, everything the typo seem okay. Hit enter, and then I'm gonna send that. What you name that? I name it ICMP. Feel free to name it anything you want, by the way, but that's just only to make sure that you have to match the screenshot. I don't want to confuse you. So, okay, so you send the packet. How we know that that the packet has been created? As I told you before, the same thing when we did the show, the show function. Do the same thing over here and look at that, and here it is. That's the version. If you are familiar with the TCP or the Ethernet frame, you will understand that that's the version. And IHL, the TOS, the length, the ID, the flag, the TTL, the checksum, then the source and destination, then few options. So what is the source? 192.168.58.1. Do we have that one? Is that packet I sent it already. Is that packet actually coming from 58.1? No, it coming from 137. That's my hacking or Kali machine. So that's make us to create genuine packet or fake packets. So you can craft layer 3 packets, layer 2 packets, genuine, you can send and receive, and as well you can spoof and or fake a new packet. That's the mostly I have seen that students struggle with, especially with the Epic College and that area. So students were struggling much with such tiny lab like that. I hope that video was helpful, and thank you for watching.